You know, I guess complaining do work sometimes. Hey, fans have been a little concerned about the direction that Griselda's been going with these last couple of projects. Been a lot of complaints that they've been straying from the Griselda sound. Well, look, I don't know if it get more Griselda than Hall and Nash and Alchemist. This is probably a musical version of a Here Nigga Dang. Ever since this project got announced, I've been excited for it. Hall and Nash is quietly one of Griselda's most underrated projects. It's really one of those albums that pioneered the Griselda sound. You can expect that grimy aesthetic, and then the chemistry that Westside Gunn and Conway have when they're on albums together is fire. Add to that Alchemist is handling the production here. Al's already responsible for a lot of Griselda's best beats, and he's having a MVP caliber 2023. This joint should be special. Let's get to it. Game show type B. Who wanna be a thousandaire type B?
Y'all niggas act like y'all ain't familiar, nigga. Y'all know what we did the first time around, pussy, nigga.
I do. Everybody don't know, but I know. The little flute in the background go crazy.
I promise
it's a busy sample.
I get the money first, the pussy secondary. Machine guns down to the handguns, my weapons vary. All I write is drums, nigga. I'm 10 steps ahead of every rap nigga, you can't compare me.
Yo, I like the vibe of this song. The rapping ain't crazy. It give me the vibe of a song that's a couple years old, cause Conway and Westside Gunn both stepped up their pens dramatically in the last couple of years, but it's that classic Griselda vibe.
Creep thought you was low, but nah.
I don't even know how to explain it at times, but it's just a different level of hunger in Conway at certain points in his career.
I just left a lot in that Tesla, I copped it. Shooter with me, he just want a heckler and cot shit. I've been wildin',
that's a 5-syllable rhyme scheme right there. I like that.
I got my youngest robbing rappers collecting they watches.
The excessive gun sounds, this is what I'm talking about.
Fuck these niggas, man. The luxurious, the almighty.
I don't know why I would think he would rap.
Beautiful, gorgeous.
This feel like an IHR 1 to all the backlash that And Then You Pray For Me got. Yeah, I rock with this sample a lot. It's real out of the box. It has this game show feel with those electronic keys. It's a really busy sample and has a bunch of texture to it. I like that flute layer to it. No drums. You got excessive talking from Westside Gunn, which, look, is it really a classic Griselda project if Westside Gunn ain't talking too much? I don't think so. And then Conway's verse wasn't the most lyrically proficient verse, but I love the essence that it captured. One grimy bar after the other. He did flash a 5-syllable rhyme scheme in there, which I respect. It didn't have any internal rhymes, so it wasn't the craziest 5-syllable rhyme scheme I ever heard, but it was still solid. No crazy punches, but it's just that classic Griselda feel. I rock with that one. This is Rey Mysterio. Look, would it even be a Griselda album if they weren't misspelling something? That's not how you spell Rey Mysterio, but let's get it. Sheesh.
Hey, yo.
This snare is heavy.
Turn Judas for them Yeezy season 3s. Pumps in the sleeves. Don't make a nigga reach. Coke looking bleach. Pass the phone by the seat. Bust the dog, take the shit steep.
To the drug talk.
Everything we shoot got no cereal. Just fly shit through your stereo. Coke flip like Rey Mysterio.
Yo, that's fire. When he said Coke flip like Rey Mysterio, the drum flipped to reverse just for that line. That's crazy. That's real subtle. That's when you know a producer and a rapper got chemistry. I like that. And then that's a good line.
Name a rapper that's half as ill, that can match the skill that's half as real. Niggas be saying, Con, you have to chill, cause I be
now he floating. Here go the lyrical acrobatics right here. 3-syllable back to back. Come on.
What you pussy niggas busted out of fear. My shooter in fatigues, shotty like he hunting for a deer. Yeah.
That's such a basic line, but I like the vibe of it.
The bullet wound looking like a lion bite. Bullets looking like a half a stick of dynamite. I was buying guns when you other niggas was buying nights. In the winter, fly to LA where the climate right.
Pretty basic.
The kind of hoes you'll never fuck in your entire life.
Yo, that's a gorgeous beat, dog. Alchemist blessing with that one. You got the vocal sample on there. You got those keys. You got those strings. And then I like how the drums sound. My only slight knock on the beat is a minor mixing thing, but I think that's snare was a little bit too loud. It was overpowering slightly. I got the high quality headphones so I can hear the difference. And by high quality, I mean $30. Rapper was cool. This is like fanfare though. This for sure the Griselda sound. I like Westside Gunn's verse a little bit more. His drug talk was a little bit more vivid than Conway's was. And then I like this delivery too. Conway, he started out with a really dope rhyme scheme, but it kind of fell off a little bit. But I do like that each bar was pretty gritty. But the thing that held his verse back the most was some of them punchlines a little bit too basic, bull like a stick of dynamite, stuff like that, just not that creative. But tough song. This is Fork in the Pot with Schoolboy Q. Come on.
Penthouse, 2 stoves. Dome shot made a Tootsie Roll. Walk up in your hood like fuck y'all.
Hey, that's so fire. Dome shot made a Tootsie Roll. I was gonna do the dance, but I ain't finna be out here looking crazy.
They see my little nigga ducked off, fork in the coke pot, trying to make $1 billion.
I like that flow.
Got it on. Look, Lil G wanna spaz, ready to lift a nigga off his feet for a bag. He need that dub, nigga, he doing bad.
It's a 4-syllable rhyme scheme, but he's using that first syllable on the beginning of the bar too. When Conway decided to rap, dog, he be rapping.
High speed chase, I'ma breeze through and laugh, cause the pigs hit a tree when they crash. Whoa. I'm recruiting Sam, the jizz catch a body, then they reuse the mag. Rap niggas hate me, R&B niggas mad. I'm in that 50 Cent G unit bag. My hair face, I don't need me a mask. Fuck it, they need to know that it was me if they asked. You come to my hood, boy, you need you a pass. Or else niggas finna take everything you have like run it. Niggas try me, I'm gunning.
Boy, he took that original rhyme scheme like 12, 16 bars right there. It was a 4-syllable, but he would play with the knee sound and the stash sound. He would just mix up how he would play that on the internal part of the bar. Man, that's tough. And this was probably his most vivid verse he's had.
Fork in the coke pot, trying to make $1 billion. Yeah. Fork in the coke pot, trying to make $1 billion.
Hey, it's crazy. Griselda got Schoolboy Q outside before TDE could.
Yo, with a dope bet, I sold it all. Diamond chain full of armor raw. Drummer clearing down the Audubon. Nigga, bet your girl wanna tag along. Dose of this and go to Babylon. Summertime and keep guns in the attic. Fiends got me a palace. Bruh, it's hard to keep your balance when it's K-automatic. Getting caught up in the traffic, niggas stop signs. I give you details, niggas looking for punchlines. Like Romo.
Hey, that's tough. That's exactly what he's doing right now. The drug talk is so vivid. He don't really need the punch. It's so punchy in and of itself. That's tough.
Lines like Romo. Niggas serving grams like Fodo. We shooting for the head, no J-Lo. I go to jail, I'm keeping it C-note. I never sell low like a Beto. I'm in a stolen whip, no keys for the Rego. Niggas sneezing a bird. Your mind's for the worst. I crip in the church. And if the cops don't find it, thank God for a purse.
Nah, that song is too good, dog. We only 3 tracks in, but there's a lot of cohesion sonically. These samples have this 70s vibe to it and no different here. These are really unique samples. There's nothing particularly grimy about the samples, but the lyrics still give it that Griselda feel. Drums here are minimal, but the sample is so interesting, it doesn't even matter. The verses here were amazing, dog. Conway spazzed out. Lyrically, this was his best verse. And then the imagery that we got from him, I'm telling you, dog, we're getting the essence here. And then Schoolboy Q, they matched well on paper, but he gave a super gritty verse. He fit right into the Griselda mode with all the drug imagery and the storytelling. 3 songs in, this feel like an album that should have been promoted instead of We Get Out of Nowhere. It also might be time for Schoolboy Q to hit the Underground Railroad and escape from TDE. Maybe get on Griselda. Who knows? But at least with Griselda, he'll probably actually drop albums. I don't know, because we got Stove God. At least if Schoolboy Q came to Griselda, Griselda would have the craziest bench in the rap game of rappers who gonna drop albums. The fire song, man. This is Michaelangelo.
Juggling the stars with the moons and the sun. Dice game praying to the heavens, I don't throw one. Baby tech in the 424 G's, yo. Shut up the whole scene.
Jesus
On the monster
crazy.
bed, hand over the grams, yo. I'm dancing over pots. Remix like Jamaican Pre. Keep it in the family.
I like that.
My seed, marry his seed, wet in 100 G's. I sell my soul for 100 keys.
That's a wild line.
I'm too gutter on these beats. Flow is so disgusting. Plus, I'm just a motherfucking G. Know a nigga hit a lick.
The way he played with that sound on them opening lines, tough, dog.
Trust me, it get ugly in these streets. If your hustle ain't discreet, get gun butted in your sleep. Like nigga, wake up. And nigga, don't you motherfucking speak.
That's a slanted 5-syllable, but he used the first 2 syllables as an internal.
When I ain't on satellite, fucking shade up. All you radio niggas need to wake up. Flex need to call me, so how my 97 can't get sprayed up, I got drums, nigga. I promise you I ain't humble. I don't give a fuck, cause my gun work.
So these ain't that older songs, because the Flex thing happened, what, earlier this year, or was that last year? Everything post-COVID just run into each other.
Doors get kicked down, mamas get smacked. Shoot a palm in the Mac. You try to attack, you gotta get clapped. The black Jeffrey Dahmer is back. Matter of fact, I'm Sheen Gum.
Hey, is that a pause?
How young it run down on you niggas, hit you in your top and your back. It's the machine, bitch.
Hey, this tape is cold, dog. There ain't no other way to put it, man. 4 for 4, no Wendy's meal. This sample, he had the strings that had this Latin flair. Al had them rapping over this quinceañera type beat. I tried to roll that R, but I ain't really commit to it. I can make the Griselda gun sound, but I can't roll my R's. I don't get it. I guess it's priorities. But yeah, that sample was dope, especially when those keys came out of nowhere. I don't know what beats are old and what beats are new, but it seems like the best producers are going in the opposite trend, where in this lane of hip hop, the main theme and what everyone's trying to replicate is that minimal theme. And it seems like Al, Sadu Gold, Conductor, they flip that on his head and find these samples that have a lot of texture, a lot of instrument, and it's still minimal in the fact that it's one sample for a lot of these songs, but it has this maximal feel to it. I rock with that. 2 really grimy verses. Westside Gunn is really shining lyrically. Maybe it's just because my expectations for him was low after that last project, but man, the vivid street talk, the coke talk, I just ain't heard this level of rapping from him since 10, which I guess ain't that long ago, but listening to And Then You Pray For Me felt like it took a whole year. So hey, it is what it is. Conway the Machine is in his bag with the syllables. Another really gritty verse from him. I would like to see a little bit more puncher from him just to give his verses a few more highlights. I think that's when he's at his absolute best, but still just a tough song, man. I would have to say Fork in the Pot is probably the best song on here, but this one's neck and neck with it. This is 94 Ghost-ish.
And there was light.
I already hear it. This is the same keys beat. No, it's not, bruh. No, it's not. And y'all part of the problem. Y'all be doing this, Griselda be doing the same sound, and then they try to go outside the box, and that's how you get Miguel to plug 10 times on one album. You know, look, I think stuff like Peace Fly God sounds experimental to an extent. We don't need more experimentation than that. Look, cooking coke is an experiment in and of itself. I don't need no more experimentation from them.
Grimy, it's all time. That shit is not debatable. Chop a wave at you. Your vest can stop when I'm popping the K in you. No matter what God you're praying to, I'm not gonna play with you. This shit is not for radio. I'm not complaining though, still headed to the top. A spot they said was not attainable.
Bro, back to back with this stop sound, and then the stop is the first syllable in this 5-syllable rhyme scheme. Bro, it's rapping.
My face look
It's
from when the
vintage
nigga
con.
shot my cranial area. How I'm still living, that shit is not explainable. Freedom machine, them niggas not the same as you. Them niggas playing crazy, but them niggas not the same as you. Bitch, I got
Come
HKs with lasers on the
on.
top to aim at you. Bitch, I got AKs, I'm spraying, boy, you not gonna make it through.
Man, that might be Conway's best verse. Between that and Fork in the Pot, that's tough.
Fifth tuck, run up on me, get your shit busted. Hit 6+ times, got you zipped up. Black bag that, you body like my
I'm not 100% sure what he's saying on that ad lib, but I'm thinking he's saying cap. And if he is, that got to be the coldest ad lib like ever, where he'll say an incriminating bar and then he'll say cap like to not incriminate himself. That's cold. He ain't trying to get YSL'd out here.
My younger popping at your dad hat. Dad's facts, I had the bad cracks just to have racks. Jumped off the
2-syllable
porch,
back
I
to
live my
back.
life
Come on,
on
man.
the fast tracks. Had straps hid under the porch and where the trash at. Jack boys,
Come on,
kick your
dog.
door down where the cash at. Whoa, I'm a scientist, not the lab rat.
Loaded Mac up and gift shopping. When these come out, Ronnie.
Load the Mac up on gift shopping. It's crazy. Like I'm finna go run up in a store and steal some Christmas gifts.
These niggas on some whole shit. Stacking on my face on some 94 ghost shit.
I like that line. Any hip hop bar that references some more hip hop stuff is gonna hit with me. Hey, another one of them ones. Now I will admit, this beat do sound like Stab Out by Conway. I ain't even gonna hold y'all, but hey, it's still a fire beat. Got a few extra layers of strings. Conway went off, dog. Both verses, the lyrical acrobatics as he gives one gritty image after the other, one hard hitting line after the other. He's still not having any crazy punchlines, but what did Schoolboy Q say on the other song? Details, not punchlines. I guess that's what we getting, and it's cold. It's hard to pick which verse out of the two was was the better one from Conway, but I'm gonna slightly edge the first verse. What he was doing, that 5-syllable rhyme scheme was special. Westside Gunn just came in here in garbage time. Conway had already killed the song. It was like when you throw the JV team in after you already up by 50 points. He was there though. He got an A on the group project largely because of Conway. I will say though, from Westside Gunn, I like that mask on my 94 Ghost-ish from when Ghostface used to wear the mask when they first came out. This project is so far. This is Pete versus Andre.
Billionaires off the wrist, big gates on the dish.
Homie behind the G-wall for a few robbers. Plus he got caught with his blick and had 2 bodies.
Sold my soul for 1,000 Maseratis.
Hey, what's up with all these selling my soul bars? Hey, maybe And Then You Pray For Me was a humiliation ritual.
Bullets back and forth like a said hockey. Threw him off the roof face first.
That's reminiscent of that bullets back and forth like table tennis bar. I like that.
Caught a rapper in the club, broke his wrist, snatching his rollie off. Fluff a brick, that's what the soda for.
I like that.
That's the code of war. Kill the general and watch the soldiers
That's a
fall.
nice 3-syllable rhyme
Packed by the
scheme.
corner store. Cherry Bugatti 4-door, the 4 on the floorboard.
He played in the Conway rhyme scheme a little bit. When Westside Gunn and Conway go back and forth, it really be special.
My first gloves at the All Bright. Imagine your favorite rapper, but more nice.
My
I
bars
like
light,
that.
getting stabbed at the same time
That
with
he
4
know.
knives. They gave slide for life.
When one of them end with one rhyme scheme and the other start with one, that's when they really in their bag.
3 racks for my kicks, I never wore twice.
Oh, I
Whip
like
and
that
roll, you
pitch
can
up right
smell it
there in the
my
beat.
Off-White. I can have niggas whack your mama for a small price.
All time I wore Patrick Moore. Jacking off the gauge, blew off his face hat and all.
Pause.
The Maserati Gods. It had the black and orange.
I think it was still a pretty good song, but this is the first time the pace really slowed down on the album. I guess it was bound to stop at some point, but this was probably the most straightforward sample on here. It was the most basic loop on here. Not that it's bad or anything, but just compared to the first 5 beats, it's just not as tough. I do like the back and forth between Conway and Westside Gunn. First time they did this on the album, but I thought that was a staple of the first Hall of Nash. They did have a couple standout lines that I like. That air hockey line by Westside Gunn. I like the broke a rapper wrist snatching his rollie off line from Conway. The two just got a lot of chemistry together, of course, because they brothers, but that's what really elevated the song here. Good song, probably the lightest out the first 6. This is F and Get High. Nah, this beat right here is it.
Commit love. My name West, I'm trying to fuck ya. Big short case, you wanna swim ya. I seen that big gate get
The real subtle vocal creeping in right there.
you like you ain't got nothing in it. You already did 4, ain't had one vision. We the
Chill.
realest. 10 chains on eating Chacha's chicken.
Flexing visitation on other inmates is crazy.
Push the 18 binge up.
It's Westside Pootie and y'all niggas ain't getting no commissary. You in jail and you still broke.
Top off the Porsche December. Rapping niggas for the starters, we was little niggas.
Up. From the moment I walked in, she was choosing up. Bentley newest truck, air holes on the tech just to cool it up. Fuck it, I Ronnie Fed boost it up. My bitch ass fat and titties is perfect. I bought a Chanel shit, the pussy was worth it. Blood bottles, crocodile Birkin.
This song is cool, but I think they really missed the opportunity right there. It's so much space in between those key chords that I don't think there needed to be space in between each line. So Westside Gunn was given this choppy stop-start delivery where it was a lot of space in between each line. He really didn't need that because for 50% of the beat is just a really simple drum pattern, which I think sounds cool in and of itself. But if you take that and compare it to that pocket that Conway the Machine got into like 5 or 6 bars into his verse, I think that's the type of pocket that they should have been in from start to finish. This beat just didn't need to breathe. It had so much space in between it that it should have highlighted the rapping, and it wasn't a ton to highlight, especially from Westside Gunn's verse. And then Conway, he was only in that pocket for like 4 or 5 bars. I do like them switching up the content a little bit. They ain't fully commit to getting their R&B bag, that come here energy that Westside Gunn be getting into, but I think it was cool. I do like the beat, even though I don't think it matched his rapping the best. It would have worked better if they would have tackled the beat differently, but it is what it is. This is Judas.
3 shots left your stomach out. Don't ask nigga, these ain't coming out. Whip the work, so incredible. Fiend got the pack, bit it open like a saddle. Love, SP skater on the hater.
That's such a basic line, but the imagery on it is tough.
Phantom on Fairfax, they thought I was a Laker.
I like that line too.
By the merits. Mirrors in Paris, I ain't never been to Paris.
Nah, some ain't adding up, dog. You ain't been where? Yo, this gotta be an old track. It would be like if Kanye and Jay-Z was like, yeah, nah, niggas was not in Paris. We was actually in Brussels.
Before I go broke, I get the Mac and the mask. Over the baby crib, my nigga with a stash at. My man killed the family, killed himself, and smoked the bad back.
I mean, even for a rapper who has an album called Chris Benoit, that's a wild line. I don't think that one should have made it in the song.
I heard a lot of niggas spit, but nobody that's dominant, nobody that's consistent, and that's obvious. The music speaks for itself, and plus I got murals in other continents.
Don't tell me you ain't been to Paris either.
Most of these rap niggas living in they mama shit. They pushing 40 and broke. Safety on the 40 is broke. I blink until you lose conscience.
That's fire, dog. Hey, I was just saying on my last reaction how I like when rappers have them signature moves. The boys in Griselda got a couple. One of Conway's is the 40 and broke lines. Hey, 40 and broke, the safety on the 40 is broke. That's tough. He also had I bought the 40 sword niggas max, they 40 and dormant, and then he got the two bodies on the broken 40. Your favorite rapper, broken 40.
I was popping, bitch, you opposite of me. 2016, nobody jotted how the shit to me. You see, dotted my eyes, and now I got it to a T. My goons love me so much, they want to buy this shit for free. Like, fuck the
Volunteer shooters is crazy. Dudes catching bodies for the love of the game.
Rap shit, street shit, come and see what's up with me. What's 50 round sticks just to air out your fuckery.
Dog, I love that beat, especially how that vocal part of the sample is chopped up. Al going crazy, man. He already having a producer of the year caliber year. He added to it, dog. I will say rap-wise, I like what I'm getting from Conway. I need a little bit more from Westside Gunn. I mean, Conway is just better lyrically than him anyways, but normally Westside Gunn can shine in other areas. He'll have a few humorous punches here and there, but I can tell this song right here is a really old song. Even without that, I haven't been a Paris line, just the caliber of rapping. In the last couple of years, his level of technical ability when it comes to rapping has escalated a bunch. So going from where he is in 2023, minus And Then You Pray For Me, and hearing this is just a step down. Then with this song being so far into the album, you have such high highlights on the first half of the album. When you get to a song like this and you hear this rapping, it's like, Conway's rapping was good. I will say it has been a while without him having any crazy punchlines. That's normally what keeps his albums from getting repetitive. But that being said, in the vacuum, I really like this song. I just don't want this album to drag. I know we only got one song left, but I still don't want it to drag. A really tough beat though. Let's close this thing out with Nash 2. Wild Westside Gunn type beat.
Spray at all them niggas on your porch steps. Violate me, I'ma fuck you up, and that's a sure bet.
Orange flax, money, green text.
Yeah, the back and forth is so tough.
Locky and Bundy up in Roost Chris. Left brains next to the fillet. Hand me the ice tray. Water whip.
Get every gram back, whipped it the right way.
This is the type of vivid imagery I need from Westside Gunn, even if he ain't gonna give you the most lyrical bars in the world.
The youngins all savage, dumping off ratchets. Y'all never had dope money under y'all mattress. Real talk, I don't fuck with none of y'all
right
rappers.
here kinda basic now.
Street sweep will hit you, make you somersault backwards.
Had him jumping like Sky Zone.
It's still grimy though. Have him jumping like Sky Zone. Hey, that ain't the craziest punchline in the world, but I rock with it.
Fearing God, smash the V-Loan.
Indie money, getting my Master P on. $100 T-bone. Left wrist had a masterpiece on. We squeeze chrome, nigga, that's what we on. Gun butt, you break your cheekbone.
Nah, he's spazzing right now.
Fuck with me when I actually zone. It's the machine gone.
I said I ain't want the album to drag on. They definitely ended this on a high note, man. The classic back and forth. This felt like a proper sequel to the original Nash the song. I think they had one flow in there that I didn't really love, but other than that, man, I think Westside Gunn had the charisma. They both had chemistry. And then Conway, he was getting in pockets where he was rapping possessed. It was the grimiest sample on the album. And then overall, this project is tough, dog. Westside Gunn's 2023 redemption arc is crazy because they got back to that Griselda sound after Conway had his big project where he tried to experiment, and I didn't think it went too great. It was a sketchy album. And then Westside Gunn's 2023 big project, And Then You Pray For Me. I'm trying to get it out of my memory, so I don't want to talk about it too much, but yeah, it wasn't it. this was it, dog. For Alchemist to have a really signature style, I wasn't really predicting the album to sound like this sonically. We got a lot of really eclectic samples, some 70 influence samples, some Latin influence samples. Nothing really matched the typical Griselda sound or the typical Alchemist sound. Alchemist in general just does a really good job of molding his beats to fit the persona of the person rapping. So I was coming here and expecting to hear a certain type of sound, but Westside Gunn, Conway, and Alchemist are so familiar with each other, they just decided to go a completely different route, and I think it works. I think this album captures that Griselda sound, but it also doesn't sound like any of their other projects. Maybe on the surface, but if you dig just one layer deeper, it doesn't. I like the performances, especially from Conway. Conway was in his bag. I think his projects this year have been hit or miss, but outside of some spots on his project with 38 Special, the rapping has been top notch. It was just the production that's been a little shakier, and production was not an issue on this project. Westside Gunn wasn't at his absolute best. Now, I think there's a talent difference between Conway and Westside Gunn in general. Gunn can kind of close that gap with his charismatic delivery and his ad-libs, things like that. It wasn't on full display here, but it was definitely enough to make the songs entertaining. So rap-wise, I think Conway carried a lot, but Westside Gunn wasn't bad here at all. He was actually pretty good on most songs. If I had to point out one flaw of the album, I will say tracks 6 through 8 felt like a slight step down from the first half of the album, and it brought down the energy just a little bit, but they did pick it back up with that last song, and the first half of the album I think was really special. So as up and down the year this been for Griselda, man, they really closed out this year amazing. And if you need more proof that Griselda's closing out the year strong, go ahead and click this video.